Imagine if getting new shoes cost you $7,700. That every time your Yeezys, Nikes, or if you're my father, Champion boat shoes wore out, you were on the hook for the equivalent of a 2008 Ford Edge. Being physically disabled is a bit like those old popular MasterCard commercials. Cost a massage for a month, $200. Cost of a titanium wheelchair that you can't move comfortably without, $7,700. Cost of a wheelchair van conversion, $40,000. Cost of living with cerebral palsy, priceless. In my community, this is known as the CRIP tax. Yes, CRIP as in cripple, and yes, tax as in that social good that many people don't think folks like me pay. It's a linguistic substitute for the hidden costs of living with a disability. Being disabled is far more expensive than people think, even when it comes to the most basic of needs. Let's break it down. And thankfully, a wheelchair wheel makes for a good pie chart. According to StatsCan, 1 in 5 people in this country live with at least one disability. And a 2017 study found that 59% of disabled people are employed, as compared to 80% of those without disabilities. The plot thickens, and the pot shrinks. For our analysis, let's assume our subject is making $25,000 a year. By the way, that's more than any provincial support program provides, meaning that it actually sneaks into livable income territory. Let's start with where this person will live. Finding affordable, accessible housing is notoriously hard. Rental rates vary across Canada, but where I live in Regina, a one-bedroom averages out to $930. Think that rent sounds a little high? I discounted the possibility of a basement suite. Stairs are no friend of mine, but they seem to be big hits with property developers. So we have a roof over our heads. It may be leaking, and our rental agent may ask us if we're physically able to have children as we're shown around the place, but damn it, at least it has a roof. The next not so easy question, how are we gonna feed ourselves? Pre-cut food, a necessity for many, has an increased cost. So does getting the stuff delivered, also a necessity for many. That's about $5 to $10 a pop. Let's say then that we're looking at $300 per month on groceries for someone living alone. That leaves us less than $900 to spend on gas, vehicle repairs, catheters, yes, peeing costs money for some of us, and other unexpected expenses, not to mention any semblance of relaxation one wants to have. Canada's disabled people are paying more for housing, more for care, and more for the necessities of life. They're also doing more with less. That's because on top of all these costs, there's a major income gap that affects many in my community. Even disabled people on provincial benefits sit below Canada's deep poverty line, with the median income of disabled people being $5,000 per year less on average when compared to non-disabled Canadians, regardless of income supports. Everything has a cost, but for disabled Canadians, that's quite literally the case. And yet, society still wonders why disabled people are poor.